Manchester United 3, Arsenal 1. Game reaction to this channel, which goes by names of Rokani Media Football. I might just support Manchester United, but I've done with the match reaction, but I'm here to really break it down for my people here who support Arsenal and very many others in here on this channel, which goes by names of Rokani Media Football. Welcome back from Old Trafford, a game that really had a lot of tension, a lot of expectations. Some teams sat down and the other one is jubilating, and obviously Arsenal has been sat down, and obviously a team which goes by Manchester United has really gone ahead to couple itself with the win alongside a man who goes by names of Erik ten Hag. United has gone ahead to win their 4th game in a row ever since they lost to Brentford and Brighton. Very good turnaround, and for Arsenal it's vice versa. Arsenal went to this game after winning 5 games in a row, sharing 15 points in 5 games, making them a maximum and the only side that had not yet seen a beating into this season. Obviously losing 3 points, all 2 points. But Man City is the only team now that has not yet lost, according to me, and obviously they are back to go in and really fight for their position. This Arsenal in the fight. Arsenal went in this game of football with a lot of injuries. I think Ramsdale, Odegaard and Zinchenko were forced on the field of play. But something that United did first was Erik ten Hag saying this in the press conference. Can I really find it? People have gone all out and underestimated the importance of a man who goes by the name of Zinchenko into that Arsenal side. The beauty of Zinchenko is that when Zinchenko crosses the center line, he becomes a midfielder and he plays as a midfielder in the attack of a team which goes by names of Arsenal. And guess what? Why do you think, amongst all questions, Erik ten Hag was asked about a man who goes by the names of Zinchenko? I'm looking for that tweet and I want to thrash it on your screen and I really read it. It is here. I've got it. Let me flash it on your screen and show you the importance of Zinchenko. When you kill Zinchenko and get him out of the game, obviously Arsenal's game plan is dead and done. That is the tweet before the game. The pundit asked Erik ten Hag on Zinchenko taking up a central role from left back. He said, we have a plan for that. We have to neutralize it. And guess what? Where did the first goal come in through? Did you see Zinchenko in that 18 box area? After United getting that ball, when Zinchenko had transited to go in and play into the half spaces, Eriksen gets that ball. He plays a good ball through the central axis. It finds Bruno. Bruno makes that run. Xhaka fouls him. The referee says play on. Sancho plays in a player who goes by the names of Rashford. Rashford passes that ball to Anthony in a position where Zinchenko was supposed to be marking, meaning that a game plan was laid for Zinchenko, as Erik ten Hag said at the beginning of the game. And obviously, they really outclassed Zinchenko, and Zinchenko was nowhere to be seen that game. I don't remember Zinchenko doing anything productive for Arsenal. And to me, I'll go in and sometimes blame the manager. Why would you force a player to return, yet he's not 100% fit? Because his being unfit also affected his game, according to me. Because a fit Zinchenko can be seen on the field of play. I never saw him going tackles. He looked tired. And obviously, he was taken off the game. But let's talk about this moment. I want us to talk about this moment because very many people have really talked about it. I've seen people say it's not a foul. But obviously, I'm asking myself, if it was in the penalty area, you know, when you ask a player, a person, whichever person is complaining that this is not a foul, you just have to go in and ask yourself, if it was in the penalty area, would the penalty be given or not? And the answer is yes. Obviously, if at all Odegaard came in through his shoulders and hit Eriksen with the shoulder, obviously, it would have been a foul. But what are the hands of Odegaard doing on the body of Eriksen? See next, he gets his foot and put on the shin of Eriksen. Obviously, that is a foul, guys, isn't it? It's a foul, and you have to concede that it's a foul, and VAR called for it. Arsenal had scored in the 11th game of the minute, you get? But obviously, as we speak now, that goal was cancelled and the game went back to level. And obviously, a message to all Arsenal fans complaining about this. Do you know that this moment took place in the 13th minute of the game? You get? Ask yourself, why did Arsenal why did it have to take Arsenal all these minutes to go in and really wait for United to score? Because after that goal, after that minute, after that incident of the goal that was really put out and really called off, guess what happened? It took United 23 minutes to go ahead and score. Anthony, why did Arsenal respond after that goal? Obviously, Martinelli went ahead to respond with a header, well saved by David De Gea, and the back four of Manchester United looked solid. It looked solid, and Arsenal looked like they never had the instruments to go ahead and really untie it and really cause trouble to it. Even the goal that Arsenal scored, when you see it very well, it's because Rafael Varane does a blind pass in the middle of the park and they play in Odegaard. And Odegaard, in those areas when he's not marked, obviously passed into that ball. Diego Dalot made it hard for Jesus to score. The ball bounced back to find a player who goes by the names of Saka, and Saka scored. To me, for Saka to score, it's a positive because people have been demanding a goal from Saka. Having scored close to 13 goals for Arsenal, like 10 in the Premier League, everyone was asking for that Saka moment. And I saw that Saka goal very close, very close. And in my mind, I thought that in a game like this, it's Bukayo Saka who comes in and really scores, according to me. And obviously, he went ahead to score. This is Bukayo Saka. And when you look at Bukayo Saka and how he played in the game of Fulham to create that goal for Martinelli to score against Fulham, obviously he had missed very many chances. And it looked like even the game of Fulham, he had a chance to close in and really score that goal. And he really had a very good moment to go in and really score that goal. And obviously got himself on the score sheet, something that he really celebrated very well. And United responded after 6 minutes. That's the problem of Arsenal, that for the very first time, they faced a situation they had never faced before. No team had forced Arsenal to concede in the first half. Start approved, and you go and read research about it. No team had forced Arsenal to concede the first half. So United was the first team to score Arsenal in the first half. In the 35th minute of the game, Anthony, the new signing, really put that ball into the lower left bottom corner. You get? The lower right bottom corner. That's where he put that ball in and he went to celebration. Now, Arsenal's reaction, obviously in the second half, United only played the first 11 minutes of the game. Arsenal played the rest of the game. But United sat behind because they know that Mikel Arteta has a very good footballing side that is good at passing the ball. And obviously, they couldn't match Arsenal. If United decided to go foot on foot with Arsenal, United would have been beaten badly. Because United has just spent 100 days with Erik ten Hag. And Mikel Arteta has spent close to 1,000 days plus with this Arsenal team. 3 years with Arsenal, and Arsenal are really trying to show us the best of how they play the game. They played very well, but United sat back in trust with their central defense and said, all right, we are going to hit you on the break, and obviously it happened. Yes, Arsenal played very well, but they couldn't break through Manchester United. What is worrying is that Arsenal had close to 16 shots and only 3 on target. Can you imagine? That output is very bad, meaning that they were really pressing you left, right, and center. Look at Bukayo Saka, Martinelli. It was like Diego Dalot and Malacia. Read them like a book. Every time Bukayo Saka beat Malacia, Lisandro Martinez was there to offer help. You get? So, I believe it was all about Erik ten Hag coming in through and outclassing a man who goes by the names of Mikel Arteta, and Mikel Arteta was outclassed by this gentleman who goes by the names of Erik ten Hag. Now, I want to make a calling to this Arsenal defense. Guys, look at this defense. Look, how many Arsenal players were here? You see, it was like the ball was pulling them. One, I think this is Grant Xhaka. You get? This is it Emily Smith-Rowe? This is Martinelli. This is Gabriel Magalhaes finding himself out of position. This is Zinchenko, I think. and this is William Saliba. Look at all of them. This is the third goal and how it come up. I want to show you why Erik ten Hag outsmarted the manager who goes by names of Arteta. See, all of these players, you get? Delo plays a ball to find Ronaldo. After Delo playing a ball to find Ronaldo, guess what happens? Ronaldo does a flick to Bruno Fernandes, and obviously Bruno plays in Eriksson in the yards of space. One pass, Eriksson ran through, and when Eriksson ran through, guess what happened? He finds a man who goes by the names of Rashford, and Rashford bangs it into the back of the net. That's how everything changed. That's how the game of football changed between Manchester United and the side which goes by names of Arsenal, because at 2-1, Arsenal would stretch, but the stretch of Arsenal was really put to a halt by this goal. But this is poor marking, guys. Ben White in here alone. Who is marking Eriksson? No one. You get? The central defenders, look at them. This is Saliba. This is Gabriel Magalhaes. Into there for you. And where is Granit Xhaka? Trying to go in and really running here for you, leaving all this space. Bruno plays the ball in this space. He runs in these acres of space, and guess what happens? It's a second goal. It's a third one for United. So what Ten Hag did was to bring in Ronaldo, because all the focus of Arsenal defenders were on Rashford. He brings in Ronaldo. He tells Ronaldo, don't play as a leading striker. No, play deep, and we are just going to find that pass for a man who goes by the names of Marcus Rashford, and then we really hit them on the break. And obviously, that is the system that Ten Hag really brought on, and Arsenal were down. And it means Mikel Arteta, after scoring that one goal, he was so much irrespective of Manchester United. To me, if it was Mikel Arteta in that game, I would have sat behind and really built that ball from behind. I tell my defenders, let's fight not to lose. If a win comes in through, it's okay. And if its draw comes in through, it's also okay. But he disrespected United, and he forgot that United was going to hit you on the break. And that's what Ten Hag wanted, obviously. Arsenal defenders to play a high line. Let me show you another scenario. Let me show you another scenario of this man, Erik ten Hag, and how brilliant he outsmatched a man who goes by names of Mikel Arteta. I'm going to bring you another scenario. This is the second goal and how it came in through. This is the same tactic that Ten Hag beat Arteta in. Look at this. You get three central defenders, Gabriel Magalhaes, William Saliba, and Ben White. This is Bruno Fernandes. Eriksson got the ball. Look at how many players of Arsenal we are resting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get? 5 players of Arsenal are resting. Only one is pressing Bruno. But remember, he comes to press Bruno when Bruno has already made his decision to use his outside foot to play this pass here. Now, this is a position or condition that every defender doesn't want to find himself in. Running towards your goal. Obviously, Ronaldo was on the other side opening up. Do you see where he is? Opening up. And this man was really looking at Ronaldo, and the attention had been drawn from Rashford to Ronaldo. You get? Ronaldo coming on the field of play changes a lot of things. And guess what? He comes in through and he plays this pass through the speed, through the back four. And this is what we call a ball that really goes past the central defense. And Rashford is so much deadly in those situations. And guess what? Rashford runs through. He's running better. He lifts his eyeballs, looks at Ramsdale, hits that ball with precision into the back of the net to make it 2-1. You get? And this is another situation that Arsenal had never formed themselves into this season. Now, the mentality of Arsenal was on the test today. I did that video, the match preview, and I told you that this is the game where Arsenal is on the test. They are being tested. That's it. Arsenal was tested today, that you had not yet played what we call the big teams. How do you behave when you are playing a big team like Manchester United? You get? Obviously, when you're playing a big team like Manchester United, that is in the top 6, the same league like you have to respect them. Respect was not there. That's why you saw Arsenal attacking United like that at Old Trafford. Yet the result, or the records, don't read so. The records show us that in the last 16 times, or 17 times, Arsenal has visited Old Trafford, they only won twice. Those are like 8 years. So, why not put some respect onto the team that you're going to attack? That's the problem that Arsenal did for itself. That's it. That's it. According to me, that's the first mistake Arsenal did. And secondly, people are blaming the defense of Arsenal. But to me, how can you defend Marcus Rashford like that? You get? You are playing a high line. You can't blame Marcus Rashford for this goal. So you can't blame your defenders for these goals. The people to blame are the midfielders. Why do you let Bruno do that pass? Why do you let Bruno do that pass? You get? Eriksen passes him through, Bruno finds Rashford, and Rashford scores. Why do you let him do that pass? This is what I'm talking about. Why do you let this man do that pass? And why do you let Eriksen pass that ball when he's alone? You get? All of the 2 goals that you conceded after the first one you had equalized were because of your relaxing to press. Look at this area. You can't tell me that you let Bruno, with all that space, to pass that ball. That's out. That's out. I see people blaming Ben White. The back 4 has no problem. The back 4 has no problem. The problem is the midfield. Why do you let these people really pass like that? You cannot let a team like Manchester United that has a man who is known for his trademark of running ahead when the ball is in front of him, in the name of Marcus Rashford, and let the midfielders of United to go in and play those passes. To me, I really believe that the midfield of Arsenal gifted this game to Arsenal. Sorry, to Manchester United. People might not believe it, but obviously that's it. The midfield of Arsenal gifted this game to Manchester United. All of those goals, even the first one. How does Eriksen get all those yards of space to pass in that ball? Ask yourself. Because the midfield was empty. That's why Bruno turns. And obviously, a man who goes by the names of Granit Xhaka senses danger, but he senses it too late. Guess what happens? The ball obviously goes to Sancho, and Sancho does the needful. And see the space that Sancho really covers. Sambilo Konga couldn't cover up that very well. I was asking people, do you think Sambilo Konga is going to get Arsenal a win today? Because the win of Arsenal depended on a man who goes by names of Sambilo Konga. That's it. Sambilo Konga was the main man to really stop United to orchestrate, because all of those goals that United scored were built into the midfield. And who was supposed to stop the midfield to play? Obviously, it's none other than Sambilo Konga and Granit Xhaka that didn't do their duty today. Don't go ahead to blame Saliba. Don't blame Gabriel Magalhaes. I really believe that the midfield had lots to do with this result. And obviously, even Sambilo Konga doesn't really deserve to be blamed, because Arsenal failed to bring in a central defense midfielder on the deadline day. Mikel Arteta had known it, that things could go worse if at all Thomas Partey goes away. You get? And obviously, when you look at these players, look at them mourning. Ever since the season started, Arsenal has not been mourning. Ben White sitting down, very much disappointed. Ramsdale again sitting down, disappointed with the result. The big question is, how are they going back to their winning ways? Who is going to lift them? Morale boosting is required for this game of football, and obviously it's really supposed to be a team which goes by the names of Arsenal to lift up itself back to winning ways, because they are still on top of the table. You get? They played very well. Mikel Arteta played well. The boys never disappointed him. They did exactly what he called them for, and obviously things never went the way they really wanted them to go. But obviously, it's a win for Manchester United. Arsenal's winning run has come to an end, and obviously, people of Arsenal are really mourning, and the United fans are jubilating in here onto the Rokani Media Football. Let's get straight into what we call the stats of how the game was. I really want to bring them the stats and then really leave you and then bring the reaction of the manager in there. But guys, Arsenal played very well. I really like the way Arsenal played, and if I told United played like that, I also love it. But Arsenal played very, very well, according to me. Look at the stats. 10 shots, Arsenal had 16. 6 shots on target, Arsenal had 3. This is what was shocking. You can't have 16 shots and have 3 only on target. At least you must be having 8 on target. And with the clinicalness of Arsenal, if I thought they had close to 8 shots, they would have either drawn this game or won this game. So some things need to be revised by the team. They played very well, good passing football going forward. And obviously, Odegaard, to me, he ran that midfield. Gabriel Jesus tried to put up a bat against Rafael Varane, but I think he got past him once when Lisandro Martinez really got out, and every time he really tried to go past Varane went in for foul. 39% ball possession by United, 61 by Arsenal. Obviously, Arsenal outpassed us the park, and they really won the possession. 307 passes completed by Manchester United, 416 completed by Arsenal. Good play either for you. 78% passing accuracy and 83% passing accuracy for Arsenal. Good. Arsenal was really good. 13 fouls by Manchester United, 9 by Arsenal. 3 yellow cards to both sides. 4 offsides to Manchester United, 0 for Arsenal. 2 corners for United and 5 corners for Arsenal. The positive news is that Arsenal is still topping the table, guys. Arsenal are still topping the Premier League table, and they're really winning, as you see them here. They are really on top of the table, obviously with 6 games played, 15 points, 7 goals conceded. They've scored 14 with a goal difference of 7. Man City, 14th. They're second with 14 points. Tottenham as third with 14 points. Brighton with 13 points. And United is now 5th with 12 points. It shows you how a table can change in a nick of time. So guys, thank you for watching in. Tell me what you think about this game. I want to see your honest reactions to the game of football. Let us not really dissect the game of football, because we are really envious all what. Come in like me. I support United. I've given my side. Level your side. Level your side, and let's wait and see what your reactions are going to be in the comment section below. Rokani David is my name. I sign out for now. See you later. I'm returning with the manager's reaction. I want to see, after your reaction on this video, I want to see how Mikel Arteta is going to react to this result and what he had to say about this and what other panelists had to respond to what he said. May the Almighty God bless you abundantly. I sign out for now. See you later.